Hello students, today we are looking at simultaneous quadratic and linear equation. Now we've learned how to solve it using substitution method. The alternative way of solving simultaneous quadratic and linear equations is by using graphical method. Now let's consider this question. Use graphical method to solve the equations y equals 2x squared plus x minus 2 and y equals 4 minus 2x simultaneously. So you realize that this is a quadratic equation while this is a linear equation. So first of all, we are going to draw the two graphs simultaneously. Draw the two graphs on a graph paper. Now first of all, we need to do the table of values for y equals 2x squared plus x minus 2. So now this is the table. So when x is what? Minus 3, what will be the value for y? So you use this formula. In place of x, you are going to put minus 3. So you're having 2 into bracket minus 3 squared plus, in place of x, put minus 3 minus 2. Minus 3 squared is 1. Minus 3 times minus 3 will give you 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Then plus times minus will give us minus 3. Then minus 2. 18 minus 3 is 15. 15 minus 2 is 13. So write 13. Then when x is minus 2, you substitute 2 into the equation. 2 into bracket minus 2 squared plus minus 2 minus 2. Minus 2 squared is plus 4. 4 times 2 will give us 8. Plus times minus is what? Minus 2. Then minus 2. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 will give us what? It will give us 4. So we have 4 here. When x is equal to minus 1, so what will be the value for y? So in place of x, we put what? Minus 1. So we are having minus 1 squared plus minus 1, then minus 2. Minus 1 squared is what? Plus 1. Plus 1 times 2 will give us 2. Then we are having plus times minus is what? Minus 1 minus 2. 2 minus 1 is what? 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 2 will give us minus 1. So you put it in the table. Then when x is 0, so you are going to substitute 0 for the value for x. 2 into bracket 0 squared plus 0 minus 2. 0 squared is 0 times 2 is 0 plus 0 minus 2. 0 plus 0 minus 2 will give us minus 2. When x is what? 1, you substitute. So in place of x, you put 1. 2 into bracket 1 squared plus 1 minus 2. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 2 will give us 2. Then plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 minus 2 will give us 1. Then, so also when x is 2, we are going to do it likewise. So it will give you 8. So now this happens to be the table of value for the quadratic equation. Now you are going to now plot the graph. So this is a graph. So on the x-axis here, I did 2 centimeters to represent 1 unit on the x-axis. So 2 centimeters is representing 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Then on the y-axis, I use 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit on the y-axis. 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So now the first table, the first one, when x is minus 3, y is what? Plus 3. When x is minus 3, x is minus 3 here, y is plus 13. So plus 13 is here. So the two of them, so this is for minus 3 and this is for plus 13. So the two meet at this point. So you are going to mark it. So this is where it meets. When x is what? Minus 2, y is what? X is minus 2 on this line, y is plus 4. The two lines, so this minus 3, 2 on this line, this minus 4. So the two lines meet up here. when x is minus 1, y is minus 1. X is minus 1 here, y is minus 1. So this is line for minus 1 on x, this is line for minus 1 on y. So both of them meet here. When x is 0, y is minus, this x 0 here, then y is minus 2. So it will be on this coordinate. When x is 0, y is minus 2, yes. When x is 1, y is plus 1. When x is 1, this x1, y is plus 1, that is here. So that is going to be here. Mark it. Then when x is 2, y is 8. X is 2 here, y is plus 8. So the two of them will meet at this point. You mark it. So you are now going to join them together. You'll be targeting the next point to be able to draw the curve. So try to draw the curve. So this is another point here. Be targeting the next point. You target the next point. I've been able to draw the quadratic graph. Then it remains the linear graph. So for the linear graph, I'm having y equals 4 minus 2x. Y equals 4 minus 2x. I can just pre 3 coordinates because that should give me a straight line. So when x is minus 3, what will be the value for y? So y equals 4 minus 2x is a linear coordinate. So I will now substitute. When x is minus 3, that 4 minus 2 into bracket minus 3 is equal to 4 minus 2 times minus 3 minus times minus is what? Plus 2 times 3 is 6. 4 plus 6 is what? 10. So write them. When x is 0, what will be the value for y? 4 minus 2 into bracket 0. 4 minus 2 times 0 is 0. 4 minus 0 is what? 4. When x is 2, what will be the value for y? So 4 minus 2 into bracket 2. 2 times 2 is what? 4. 4 minus 4 is what? 0. So write it. So you are now going to substitute. So when x is what? Minus 3. When x is minus 3, y is 10. Y is 10 on this line. And this is minus 3. So this line where x is minus 3, y is 10 on this line. Both of them meet here. So this is where you are going to mark. When x is 0 at this point, y is what? 4 on this. So that means going to be here. And when x is 2 here, y is 0, is going to be here. So you are going to join that will give you a straight line. So you will join it with a ruler. Join it together with a ruler. So I'm going to join it together with a ruler. So that is it. So now the solution of the graph will now be the point where the quadratic graph and the linear graph meet. So at this point, I'll read the value for x and y. So at this point, I'll read the value for x and y. So at this point, so the value of x here, then the value of y at this point. So at this point, when x is what? When x is equal to, here I'm having 2 minus 2. So on the x-axis, each line will be what? 0.1 minus 2 minus 2.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Making when x is minus 2.6, when x is minus 2.6, y is equal to what? This one, each of the line on the vertical axis is what? 0.2. So that means 9 is what? Y is what? 9.2. Then you are read the value here also. You trace it to the x-axis and the y-axis. So in this, so at this point, the value of x and y. So now this will give us At this point, when x is what? This one give us 1.1. When x is equal to 1.1, y equals, what will be the value here? This is each of the line here is 0.2, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.6. That's why it's equal to 1.6. So also, if you use substitution method, you realize you will get almost the same answer. So this is how to solve quadratic equation, one linear, one quadratic, using graphical method. When you draw the two graphs, the quadratic graph, the linear graph, the point of intersection of the two graphs is the solution of the is the solution you are looking for. Now let us look at this example. Draw the graph of y equals 3x into bracket 4 minus x for values of x, or for values of x ranging from -2 to +6 on the same axis. Draw the line y equals 5 into bracket x minus 2. Use a scale of 1 centimeter to 1 unit on the x-axis and 1 centimeter to 5 units on the y-axis. From your graph, A, find the root of the equation 3x into bracket 4 minus x equals 0. B, write down the maximum value of y equals 3x into bracket 4 minus x. C, deduce the roots of the equation 3x into bracket 4 minus x is equal to 5 into bracket x minus 2. Then D, solve the two equations. So please ensure you like, subscribe and comment on this video. Thank you.